ice, throws it deep behind the net. Yates gets there first, can't quite hang on to the puck. It's chipped around. Perkins pinching low is able to keep it in the zone. Sent up but not out as Perkins keeps it in again. Scramble for the puck there. Pass to the middle, bounces just off of Blake's skate or stick. And Bellingham looks for the breakout pass. Almost another turnover there. Good forecheck and pressure by the Highland to start this game. Puck comes through center ice, kicked up and out of the zone as Bellingham has to regroup. They go D to D, and it gets sent and dumped in, but cut off there by a good, hard skating Blake Yates. Blake must have had some coffee this morning. He's going hard. Get some changes here in the early going. Alex Skolnick up in off the bench, coming in hard, charging hard. Pass comes up the boards, comes past Cohen King, but kept in for just a second by Skolnick. Now brought back in and sent deep. Cohen King takes a tumble in the corner. Jeffers gets it, throws it out front. Nobody there. Here comes Bellingham back the other way. Goes around Melby and Davenport. Shot there. Good save by Declan St. John. Picked up by Skolnick. Passed up to Skolnick from Jeffers. Skolnick gets around one, can't get around the other. Rousseau gets it and backhands it in down the ice. He's going to chase after it as the rest of his teammates get a change. Good attempt there, good stop. Blake intercepts it, but it goes right back to Bellingham. Rousseau has it in. Jags were offsides, but they're coming right back into the zone. Face-off just outside Yates, Rousseau, and I believe Venman on the side. On the offensive side, Perkins, Williams on defense. Face-off, gets squirts free. Colt Williams at center ice. He passes it into Venman. Venman has it, backhands it over to Rousseau. Rousseau has it on the side. He's going to send it towards the goal, misses the net, goes around. Perkins is going to hold it in. Luca Bates, intercepted pass, and a great shot by Hayden Rousseau. Going for the Jags. All right, so Jags back at it. Perkins leaves it for Skolnick. Skolnick looks like he got tripped, and we are going to get a tripping call from the backside ref on the Bellingham Blazers. And they don't have anybody in the box, so all right, so face-off is one shot on goal, but doesn't clear out. Davenport steps up, isn't able to hold it. Melby is chasing down. We got a breakaway coming. Good save by Declan St. John, but it's kept in by the Bellingham center. He's holding the puck there. Davenport chasing. Pass comes across. Intercepted by Venman. Venman's going to have a chance to get through. Can't quite with all of them squeezing. Stop, Ethan. Come on, Ethan. Declan saving the day despite his two defensemen struggling to stay in front of anybody on that one. That was my boy, so it's okay to say. So there's still 23 seconds on the power play. That's right, the Jags were on the power play through most of that. Face-off goes back to Bellingham. Rousseau's going to get there first. He backhands it, gets it out of the zone. Looking for a breakout pass there. He's going to take it himself. Coming to the near boards. He gets it into the zone, going wide. It's knocked off the puck into the corner. Looking for some help there. Luca Bates comes to help, trying to chip it past and around. Here it comes out. Dude.
Got it, Riley. Good job.
Backhand shot from number 13, who in this early going has gone coast to coast a couple times. Got to watch out. Clear. It's turned over. Cohen King has it. King loses it to Yates. Two of them there on one Bellingham person. Yates picks it up, keeps it in the zone, looking to get it back to his forehand. Can't get it through. Lots of sticks there. We'll be generous and call that one a shot on goal. And here we go with a reset. So Yates, Venman, and King on the draw on offense. Davenport, Melby on the back end. And picked up by Bellingham. Kept in the zone just barely and then sent right back out. Comes down the boards. Cohen King is intercepted there. Davenport picks it up at the neutral zone. Backhand lifts it into the from the sidewall. Is turned to the corner by Declan. Shot goes over the net, hits the top of the net actually, and Davenport gets it and clears it to the corner. Battling forward in the corner. Sent up. Wide errant shot is going to go across to Melby. Jags don't seem to have their feet on this shift. Pass from the center. Davenport picks it up, looking for a breakout pass, turns it over once again. Poke check there, gets it up to Yates. Yates is going to pass it up and out, but that's going to go all the way down for an icing call. Oh, icing's waved off. Venman's putting pressure on. He forces a turnover, waiting for some help, tries to wrap it around, but Skolnick, Jeffers, and it looks like Venman. No, Luca Bates out there with Perkins and Colt Williams. Face off one forward to Bellingham. Sent deep and around the boards. Colt Williams lets Gage go fetch it. Sent up the boards. Luca picks it up, looking for a breakout pass. Hits Skolnick in the skate, but that almost gets around one. Bellingham regroups and gets a good outlet pass. Here they come the other way. Pass comes forward and pitchforked into the zone. Perkins and Skolnick and three going back to get it, but they're beaten by the one Blazer. Don't have much pressure there. Puck is sent deep. Colt Williams back to get it. He's getting it, bringing it up, looking up for an outlet pass. Sends it all the way through, up the ice, misses Jeffers, but Jeffers gathers it and sends it deep. Here comes a change on the defense and two wings. Skolnick is still out there putting some pressure on. The change comes through. Here comes the charge up the near boards. Melby is going to get called for bodying, it looks like the lady on the Bellingham team who gets knocked into the boards. All right, power play for Bellingham. The Jags will go on the kill. They have Yates out there with Davenport, Rousseau, and King. Rousseau's helping out on the defensive side since they have another defenseman in the box. Pass comes up to the point. Cohen King can't get there to deflect it. Shot is knocked down in front and kicked behind the net. Bellingham has control, sends it to the middle. Blake Yates coming across to put pressure on. Shot is tipped over Davenport and into Declan's glove hand. Davenport blocks a shot with his feet from the point. Here comes Hayden Rousseau to pick it up on the board. Sends it up to Cohen King. Cohen's going to bounce it off the boards and get it out. Yates is given chase, but it's gathered there by the Bellingham D. They bring it back up on to finish up the power play. 15 seconds left in the kill for the Jags. Yates can't clear the zone as he hits the defenseman. Knocked down by Cohen King. Hayden clears it just barely. Blake Yates almost picks it up and gets a breakaway opportunity. Smartly dumps it in to kill out the rest of the penalty and allow them to get a change. Here comes the Bellingham coming back the other way. Colton Venman intercepts a pass at center ice. looking to get it up the ice there, trying to get it around one. Has his own teammate knock it away from him, but gets right back to him. He's going around wide, trying to get around the kid. And we're gonna get a holding call on. We're gonna get a holding call because Venman's skating hard. Good hard charge by Venman. All right, Skolnick on the draw. He's got Luka Bates to his left, Venman to his right, Perkins and Colt Williams on defense. Puck is up and out of the zone. Perkins gets it before the mid zone, dumps it back in deep, and here comes the chase. Skolnick is pursuing. Pass is sent around there. Venman putting pressure on, but the puck trickles up and out and isn't held in by the Jags. It's going to be dumped deep. Venman's going to go back to retrieve it. They call that an icing. I don't think that was an icing. All right, so an inadvertent icing call is going to get moved to center ice correctly, as opposed to being brought deep into the zone. So the refs make amends for it as they can. Colt Williams and Perkins going back for it. Perkins is going to grab it. Here comes the last 30 seconds on the penalty power play. Intercepted there. Skolnick's going to bring it up. Luka Bates trying to pick up the loose puck. Passed back to Bellingham. Bellingham goes D to D. They're trying to kill off the rest of the penalty. Skolnick gets it, drags it around the big defenseman, holds it up there, but it's poked around him. Colt Williams holds it in the zone, but it's chipped past him, and here comes them on Bellingham on the break back the other way. Colt Williams uses his feet, is going to step up, backhands it into the zone, but it's intercepted there by the D. Colt Williams again trying to clear it, get it deep. Jags come in off sides, but the refs say that's okay. Colt Williams picks it up, is going to send it deep again. Skolnick picks it up right on the blue line, gets around one. He's going to get a hard shot. Good glove hand save by the Bellingham goalie, and he's going to hold it for a whistle. So on the draw, it's one to Bellingham. Bellingham's wings get it, send it across the ice. Davenport intercepts, holds it there for a second, but it's picked up by the charging wing for Bellingham. Melby makes him go wide. Jeffers, who is back on D, helps out. Centering pass there to Davenport, intercepts it. Davenport carrying it out, gets a pass up to Blake, misses Blake by a foot or two, and it's intercepted by the defense. Jeffers uses his body to knock down a pass and a dumping attempt. Yates is battling on the near boards. Can't see it from here, but here it clears out a little further down. Good opening by Bellingham to get it to some open ice. Rousseau charging hard. Melby can't quite pick it up there. It steps up and a shot on Declan St. John. Glove hand save by St. John to hold on to the no rebound. Face-off is one to the near boards by Bellingham. Bellingham's going to try to pass it back, but the Jags have it covered. Davenport walling it off, but a pass to the middle. All the Jags had condensed onto one, but Declan fights off the rebound. Declan, not sure how that rebound was saved, but he looked like he got a paddle on it and kept it out of the goal as it was fighting through. Here comes Blake Yates. Blake's got a breakaway. Here he comes in on the goalie, looking to make a move and makes a move around the goalie and gets his second goal of the game. So the Jags, behind a stellar performance so far by Declan St. John, have a 2-0 lead on a couple good offensive opportunities. Luka Bates on the faceoff. The puck squirts back up to him. He's going to charge in on 2. Gets a hard low shot. Goalie holds it in the good shot from the blue line for a rebound opportunity. The goalie holds onto it. So we're going to reset and get a faceoff in the offensive zone. Luka Bates is going to take the draw. He's got Skolnick. And actually it's going to come to the near side wall. Skolnick and Cohen King out there with him. Perkins and Williams on defense. Face-off is one to the middle. Cohen tries to get it up front, is knocked off his feet. And here they come back the other way. Colt Williams. Gage. So Bellingham has it. They're going to down attempt. And Luka Bates can't get a good hard shot on it, and it's saved by the goalie on the rebound. Cohen King keeps it in the zone, gets it up to Skolnick with 8 seconds left. And it comes up and back the other way. Davenport has to try to force them wide. That's going to get the time. Kills just enough of the time to avoid any sort of shot on goal there at the end. So much more even hockey game than the score would indicate, as Declan St. John's bailed out the Jags several times, and the Jags have gotten a couple really good offensive plays to make it 2-0. So we start the second period in the unfamiliar position of having a 2-goal lead. I think that the Jags need to try to fast forward the first 2 minutes of this period without giving up a goal, and then we'll be in business. Faceoff is brought into the defensive zone. Good interception by Blake Yates. Blake attempts to try to get a pass up to the ice, but it's picked off there. Centering pass there is picked up, and here comes Blazers charging into the zone. Pass to the middle there is deflected. Davenport's going to clear it. That's not going to go all the way down for icing. It will go down for icing, so they'll have to reset. Skolnick on the draw. It's picked up there by hard-charging Luka. Luka is able to put pressure on to keep them from does come out of the zone and is blown dead for offsides. If they would have waited that extra second, the Jags might have allowed it to not get blown dead, but we'll Faceoff's one back to the Blazers. Hits a foot. Jeffers picks it up but can't hang on to it. Pass back up to the neutral zone. The Blazers get it. They try to dump it in. Colt Williams is going to intercept it on the boards. Sends it up, but hits Jeffers and not able to clear. Perkins gets it. Sends a good pass up to Skolnick. He gets through 1D. Good poke check by number 13, who's been the Blazer. Bellingham defenseman. Pass gets to the center there. Declan with a blocker save, point blank range between the circles. So great save there for Declan St. John. That defense has to close that middle out. Here comes number 13, hard in the feet. Here comes Cohen King. Cohen looks for a pass, passes it off of Blake Yates. They're going to say it was tipped, and so no icing there. Break for the Jags. Here comes number 13 for Bellingham. Pass sent up and out. Perkins is able to hold it in the zone. Gonna pick it. He's got a 2-on-1. He's got two, and he's going to shoot it over the goalie. Venman tries to, the pass is intercepted there by Bellingham, but the sweeper picks it up. Isn't able to clear the zone. Sent up and over Skolnick. Colt Williams is back to retrieve it in the corner. He chips it up to Skolnick. Skolnick has a couple options. He's going to send it up the boards. Venman giving chase. Venman's going to beat her to the puck. Passes it to the middle. Good centering there, but the goalie turns it back to the corner. Pass comes up. Melby's going to intercept it there. He's fighting it off a couple Bellingham players. We're going to get a call there on Luca Bates as they're a little too much body on the boards there. Going to give chase. He might beat it down for the icing call. Gets there literally 6 inches past the red line. Good hustle there by Blake to try to wave off the icing. So we got Rousseau, Yates out there with Williams and Perkins. 43 seconds left in the change done and kept into the zone by Colt Williams. Colt sends it deep. Hayden Rousseau's the last to change for the help, and defense is going to send it deep for Bellingham. Kicks it out front there. Colt picks it up. He's looking to get it out of the zone. King and Yates out. Oh, geez, Danny. All right, so she's just going to have to play.
Throwing confetti.
Danny has the hands of a hawk. Zoom in on Danny Venman, who dropped a whole package of Band-Aids trying to help the ref out. Danny has the hands of a hockey enforcer and can't hang on to it. You didn't see I hope you got the bobble on camera. It was right there as it was beautifully tossed by our camera operator and fumbled by the penalty box. St. John gets it with the glove hand. Perkins and Colt Williams on defense. It to the corner. Bellingham's going to get there first. Passes it up to the sidewall. Jeffers forces a turnover there and send it all the way down. That's going to be an icing call. Blake Yates taking the face-off. He wins it behind the net. Davenport's going to have to race to retrieve it. He's got one pressure on. Chips it up to Cohen King. Cohen throws it up the boards, but so two defensemen out of position leads to an easy goal. Davenport fell on his butt to lead to the break-in by their best player and score. Can't have that in a close game here. 2-1. Here comes Bellingham coming back the other way. Perkins forces the puck through a third. It's poke checked forward and sent out of the zone. Gage Perkins has it back at center ice. He's going to tip it forward. Skolnick picks it up, gets through one, has to get a shot, can't get a shot on, but Jeffers picks up the loose puck and gets a hard shot on goal, but it's the draw. Wins it back. Cohen King gets it, he's going to shoot it through, and intercepted by King. Cohen King sends it forward, but can't get it on net. Back to Venman, keeping the pressure on. Here comes the pass up the sidewall, picked up there, and it's going to be cleared all the way out. Good back check there, forcing a shot with no move, and Declan with a good angle cut off makes a great save. To Bellingham, but Colt Williams gets it right back to him. Puck is in his feet, cleared up and out. Colt Williams is going to give up. Here comes Declan St. John with another great save on a breakaway. Skolnick can't clear the zone. It's sent through. Colt Williams brushes it back to Skolnick. Skolnick's got to clear the zone. Bounce. Another poke check there at center ice. He's going to get there. Sends it forward. Colton Venman trying to give chase. Can't. Luca Bates, he gets a shot on net. Good hustle there, but Venman has it behind the net. He's trying to look for a passing lane out. Sent backhand in, and Perkins is going to pick it up. He sends it behind the net. By Skolnick, they get right back onside, and icing call. Rousseau's going to get put along the far wall. There go. Melby throws it deep off the boards and into the zone, but it's picked up by Bellingham. Pass to the middle there is intercepted. Bellingham goes D to D. Won by Bellingham.